Inside Michigan basketball, delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By your local Toyota dealers, visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. By Absol Pure Water, the official bottled water of the Michigan Wolverines. And by Wallside Windows, we can do that. We are the factory. They are going to start rotating the Big Ten basketball tournament. Next year, it'll be in the nation's capital in Washington, D.C. The year after, at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The year after that, back to Chicago's United Center. So another 3 years someplace else before they come back here to the home of the Big Ten tournament, Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Welcome, everyone. I don't think anyone does it better than the city of Indianapolis. Michigan came here as a number 8 seed. Many people feel like they weren't playing very good basketball. They had their work cut out for them. A tough path to get to the championship game and thus a possible NCAA tournament bid. It started on a Thursday afternoon against 9th-seeded Northwestern.
You played so hard. You've done so many things right now. We got another level, that 212 degrees. We got it in us. And we don't always bring it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 15. Right? Sometimes 3 or 4 bring it, and the other ones are too laid back. Not tonight, not today. Yes, right? We're all at 212. Let's go.
U of M would actually go on a 16-0 run and make their first 4 threes. They led it 16-3 early, but Northwestern would respond. They would use the next 4 minutes plus to go on an 18-7 run and get within 2. Michigan would push back, though, led by Duncan Robinson, who was aggressive and productive. Robinson strokes a 3, buries it from the right wing. Tough shot because Derek Parton was right in his grill. Both teams missed some shots late in the half, but Zach Irvin drilled the last second shot before the break to give U of M a 9-point lead. Ricky Doyle sparked the Michigan bench attack with a half dozen, but U of M went cold, missing 6 of 8 shots at one point, while the Wildcats took away the momentum. U of M would respond and push ahead before Alex Ola made the play of the day for the Wildcats. Fadeaway left wing jumper, long, rebound, Ola put back, good! With 0.1 seconds left, Northwestern ties it at 60. Like regulation, the game went back and forth. Northwestern led it by 3 with under a minute left when Duncan Robinson wore a crown. Back to Robinson, fires for 3, got it, right wing, Duncan Robinson knots it up at 70.
That was a good play call by Coach B. I was a beneficiary of some unselfish play. Ricky set a great screen. Zach made a great pass, so I was fortunate enough to knock it in.
The Wildcats would miss their chance at the win, setting the stage for Zach Irvin's late heroics. Hands to Irvin, turns the corner, pull-up 16-footer, got it! Zach Irvin drained it to give Michigan a 72-70 lead with just 3 ticks left.
Amped up going to this game, you know, hometown kid, playing in front of my friends and family. Coach B drew the play up for me. And as soon as it left my hands, it felt good.
Michigan advanced to the quarterfinals behind 3 players in double digits, 72-70, U of M.
Definitely showed some mental toughness. You know, shots weren't falling through stretches, but, you know, it's a game of runs, and you know, we just tried to stay resilient, and that's a good team right there, so we were fortunate enough to get a win.
Especially defensively, we picked that up, and we held them under 40%, which was key for us. And we just got to keep doing that going forward.
Well, there were a lot of ebbs and flows in that game, and you find that an awful lot in college basketball. There's something about this matchup with Northwestern that has really kind of brought out the best in both teams.
Yeah, I think they must practice and practice every day things that counter us, and we must practice things that counter them, because both teams have really done a great job of guarding each other, guarding the actions, because they're really a bright team.
Obviously, you get to the overtime, and then you will your way to a victory. What did your team prove to you tonight?
I love it when I look back at my team and everything's going the other way and somebody makes a big play, because it can change everything, and we certainly did. We made just enough plays today to win the game.
Later on, a recap of Michigan's semifinal showdown with Purdue. But first, the other team from Indiana stood in their way. More dramatics in store after this.
We're going to win today. We're going to play the game of our lives. We're going to get this thing done. It's going to be at the defensive end. You got to get stops. We didn't have that opportunity because we couldn't get stops last time. We're in Indianapolis right now. Who do you think that crowd is for? We're in Indianapolis, the capital of Indiana. Who are we playing? So don't expect anybody cheering for you out there. You just play Michigan basketball with a chip, big freaking boulder on your shoulder. You understand?
Just the second ever meeting between Michigan and Indiana in the Big Ten tournament. Mark Donnell got involved and had 2 early buckets to give Michigan a 4-point lead early on. IU responded with high energy from Troy Williams, but Zach Irvin drilled a triple. Cam Chapman had a transition too, and the Michigan defense scrambled its way to forcing 6 early Hoosier turnovers.
Bielfeldt have his pocket picked by Walton. Walton leads a 2-on-1 to Chapman, right side, lays it up and in with the right hand.
U of M led by as many as 6 in the first half, but when Indiana did get into their offense, they were sharp and aggressive. Kevin Farrell hit his first 3 with 4 minutes to go to give IU the lead. Mo Wagner then came in for Michigan, gave him a huge lift with his effort and production.
Wagner's open for 3 from the left wing, drops it down. Mo Wagner hits a 3 from the left side, just his 2nd triple of the year.
The Wolverines hung tough, trailing by just 1 at the break. They were down by as many as 5 early in the second half, but responded behind Mark Donnell and Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, who was aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Morgan is double teamed, and it's stolen by Rahman. Sprints into the front court, scoops with the left hand and knocks it through. 51-49, Michigan in front.
Michigan earned a 4-point lead later on, but the Hoosiers stayed aggressive as well. They were able to get to the free throw line, and their good-looking freshman OG Anunoby would boast a steal and lay-in for the 10th tie of the game. The lead would go back and forth, the Hoosiers staying in it with their free throw shooting. They would build a 3-point lead until Duncan Robinson hit his only triple of the day.
Keeps the dribble alive, hop step kick out. Robinson in the corner for 3, get in there, he got it! Tied at 69! Duncan Robinson with a brass ring right there.
IU had a chance to win it, and they went to their talented freshman Anunoby. But Cam Chapman poked it loose, and the Wolverines set up their game-winning plan.
5 seconds. Bielfeldt comes out at him, push pass to Chapman, takes a corner 3. Got it! Are you kidding me? Michigan marches on with Cam Chapman, an unlikely crown wearer.
It was Michigan's first win over a 1 seed ever at the Big Ten tournament. 72-69 U of M.
I knew that I was going to be in the corner, so I told myself if I do get the shot that I'm going to be ready. But I didn't think Derek was going to pass it to me. I thought he was going to shoot it, and he ended up, my guy kind of helped out a little bit, and I was open, and I hesitated at first. But then seeing how much time was left, and I shot it, and it felt good leaving my hand, so it was pretty good. I didn't expect that, but, you know, it was a little shower, so I'm just happy for me as well as my teammates.
The only people know the half is what Cam goes through, or what anybody on this team goes through on a daily basis. For him to be able to come through in that moment, I couldn't be any more excited for anybody on this team.
We got it out the last play, and then Derek, I just looked at you. I know we had a timeout left. I just said we had great spacing. You had the ball. Just trusted you 100%. Make the play. Shoot it. I actually thought you were going to shoot it.
When I kicked it ahead, I thought it was Aubrey. I knew what he was going to do with it, but, Cam's a good shooter, but, I just had a little more confidence in Aubrey. But, I kind of shocked myself by not shooting it.
I was so proud of Cam. He's such a hard-working kid, and for him to be able to just step in and knock down that shot, it was huge.
And Derek Walton just set a Big Ten tournament record with 12 assists.
The rim have a little lid on it for me right now, but, I got to keep pushing. That's what this team needs from me. I'm pretty sure I have a breakthrough, sooner than later. But, until then, I'm going to keep doing the little things that's helping this team win.
This is why you pack for 4 days in the Big Ten tournament, because of what your club was able to do against a very good Indiana team. Now, take me back to the difference on why this turned out the way it did compared to the way you played against Indiana at Christ.
I think the whole season we were in a flux as we tried to find out was Karis going to be healthy? Even in the preseason, was Spike healthy? Then what is Duncan Robinson's role? Where is Zach going to play now? What is Aubrey Dawkins' role? And we were always in a flux during those times in January. In fact, we came out 7-2 in the first round, but our second round in the Big Ten was much more difficult. And we just got caught and got shocked. with their speed, their quickness, their ability to shoot it. Today we did a great job guarding the line. That was a big difference.
Let's talk about two guys who really made an impact. First, Mo Wagner comes in a situation when Ricky Doyle's ankle isn't what it should be, and he responds even though he hasn't played significant minutes in a long time.
Matt, anybody that gets to know this kid would absolutely love him. And he's always about the team. He's always about trying to get better, always yes, sir, no, sir. Just love coaching him. And his upside is huge, and we decided today, let's just go with him and see what he can do.
Cam Chapman hits the game-winning shot in the corner. What was this play called, and was it exactly what you wanted?
No, it's all it is it's a high ball screen where we're spacing. It's actually called a Jerry West, where we got a guy in the corner, and there's nobody on that elbow. And we expected Derek to probably shoot it in, go to the basket and finish or get fouled. And when the man came over to get help, I probably wouldn't have thrown that ball to Cam. Cam is not known for his shooting yet, but he's been shooting it better and better. He trusted Cam, shot the ball in, and we win.
Let's not forget about the pass that was from Derek Walton, his 12th assist, and that is a new Big Ten tournament record. He may not have had the impact offensively as you would have liked, but to get others involved, and his defense was pretty important.
Well, he had an impact if he had 12 assists. I mean, how many? If you add the threes and the twos, that's a lot of points. And he did a great job on Yogi Ferrell as well. You know, that's a lot of work to be able to get all those things done. So, yeah, I love coaching the kid. I think he's another young kid that just keeps growing and getting better and better, and I love the way he played today.
Am I wrong thinking your team has looked different here in Indianapolis? Looks looser?
Yeah.
It looks a little bit freer. I don't think they look like they have as much pressure on them.
I think when we were going, you know, the bubble talk and all the bubble talk and everything going on, I think that they were very much, you know, cognizant of that, and it may affect them at that time. We went into this tournament just saying, let's just win this game. Let's not talk about anything about winning this game, and then the next game, and then the next game. Just let's deal with it one day at a time. It's really worked well.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Matt.
After pushing the Hoosiers out of the way, Michigan had the Boilermakers standing in their way, a team they met twice during the regular season, and this was about to be the third all-time meeting in the Big Ten tournament. Which way would it go? Stick around to find out. Purdue, the number 4 seed, feeds the post more than any team in the country, and they used that game plan to effectiveness on Saturday. 8 of their first 10 points came in the paint, with 6 going to A.J. Hammonds. They started the game on an 8-0 run, but Michigan got back into it thanks to Mark Donnell's shooting.
Walton, no looks to Irvin, to the trailer Donnell. A triple try on the way, good.
Purdue kept feeding Hammonds, though, and he kept delivering. U of M would counter with early threes from Duncan Robinson, and then Cam Chapman.
To Walton, back to Chapman, straightaway 3, got it. Cam Chapman, who hit the big-time triple yesterday. A confidence booster that carries over into this Saturday afternoon tilt.
Michigan would hit just 2 of their next 8 shots while Purdue kept feeding in the paint to take a 6-point lead. Hammonds was the story of the half, no doubt. He made 7 of 10 from the floor and led everybody with 15 first-half points. Michigan missed 10 of their last 12 shots of the half and made just 43% in the half. They also turned it over 6 times and trailed at the break 38-30. Rough start to the beginning of the second half. Purdue got 3 layups and blitzed their way to a 14-point lead. It would climb to as many as 17, but Mo Wagner got aggressive, and Derek Walton hit his first 3 of the tournament to try and keep Michigan within striking distance.
Irvin dumps it left side. Walton needs the 3, got the 3. Just his second field goal made of the Big Ten tournament.
Walton would get Michigan to within 6 with his leadership, but the Boilers would respond with a 5-0 run of their own. Climb back in front by double digits. Another push would be too much to ask for from Michigan. Purdue would get the 9th double-double of the year from Hammonds and pull away down the stretch in a 76-59 win, and they advanced to their 3rd tournament championship game in history.
3 came out a little flat to start both halves, and you know there's really no excuse for that. I think we know it lacked a little bit of physical toughness during stretches of the game, but you know we did some good things today too.
Well, it's never easy because you have expectations change a little bit. Not many people thought you would get past Indiana to the semifinals. You get there, and then you fall to this Purdue team. What do you think the biggest difference was today?
Well, first of all, it was a good run. I enjoyed having these kids coach them here in Indiana. I think we've only been to the semifinal maybe 3 or 4 times in those 9 years. So, and very few teams get to the Saturday afternoon CBS game, and so I'm proud of them for that. But they are just right now. Hammonds is just an absolute load. We knew they'd get those 2s. we had to make our shots. We had to beat them with threes like we did in our place. We couldn't make those shots today.
Your team is down by as many as 17. You pull to within 6, and then you just can't seem to close the door. But that fight, that comeback, social media was ablaze with your team's willingness to hang in there, not holding their head down.
Well, anything we can do to please social media is very important to me. You know that, Matt. Yeah, right. But it was a... I love the way we fought back to 6, and then we just had to get a couple of stops, and we couldn't. But I love that because we got off such an atrocious first 2 minutes of that first half. 3 minutes of that first half was just really bad.
Coffee with the Coach brought to you by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Jack and Troy wants to know, is your team a NCAA tournament team?
Yeah, I don't know enough about the other things. I know that we've done the things that normally put you in the NCAA tournament, right? We've won on the road. We have 4 top 25 wins. We just didn't have the opportunity to play the top 50s because our league had those 8 teams that we seem to be playing every night, those 7 or 8 teams that were really good, and then the other teams just had years where they dropped out of it a little bit. So we'll see what they think, but we've certainly done what we've done in the past to get in.
A long weekend. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
It's now time for our Al Rose Steel Iron Man of the Week. Here's Ed Kingersky.
Zach Irvin had an extra twinkle in his eye this week, playing in his own backyard in the state where he was once Mr. Basketball.
I'll just be able to have my family and friends here to be able to watch me play, especially just playing in my hometown. You know, always dreaming about playing in Baker's Life. It was a dream come true.
Irvin responded with plenty of big shots, including this memorable game winner in the opener against Northwestern. If you've never been to the Hoosier State, basketball is ingrained in the culture. It's much more than a game, something best explained by a native.
We like to claim the basketball. You know, it's just different here in the state of Indiana. I think that speaks volumes just to all the great players that have come out of the state of Indiana and just how it's run. You know, it's one special state.
There's certainly more season to come, but this memory in Zach's hometown is one he will cherish for many years to come. At the Big Ten tournament, I'm Ed Kingersky for Inside Michigan Basketball.
All right, Ed, thanks a lot. When we come back, football returns to Ann Arbor after a visit down in Florida. And welcome back to Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis at the Big Ten men's basketball tournament. Michigan's football team has their spring game on Friday night, April 1st, under the lights. They have to get ready for that game. They started their first 4 practices for the first time ever down in Bradenton, Florida, but returned to Ann Arbor for their final 7 spring practices.
We had a great time in Florida, but it's always nice coming back to Ann Arbor, just being in our facilities and everything like that. So it feels good to be back and playing on our field and just get the ball rolling.
And what better way to get it rolling than to have 4-hour practices on Tuesday and Thursday?
It's very long, very tiring, but it prepares us for the season. You know, the season gets here, and the game is like nothing, practice is like nothing. So, I mean, it's great preparation, whether we like it or not. Like I said, I'll never question him again after the way we played in the bowl game. We practiced, couldn't go out, couldn't do anything. We practiced, and we won by a large margin. So I said, I'll never question him again. So it's 4 hours, 4 hours.
As long as you go out there with the right mindset, you could be nervous about it or dreading it. It's going to be 4 hours either way. So I think everybody's had the right mindset, and we just go out and attack the day. And, when you do stuff right, it starts to go by pretty quick. So we've been having fun out there.
This is the second spring season under Jim Harbaugh, so the players have a pretty good idea of what to expect.
We don't want the guys to be comfortable. We want them to get confident. Confident in knowing what they're doing, confident in understanding the system and the concepts of what we're trying to get across.
Michigan has played in 2 basketball tournaments this year, in the Bahamas and here annually at the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis. They've got 1 more to go. Will it be the NC2A or the NIT? Either way, we'll have a recap for you on Inside Michigan Basketball next week. We hope you can join us. Until then, have a great week, everybody, and go blue. Inside Michigan Basketball, delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. By Absol Pure Water, the official bottled water of the Michigan Wolverines. And by Gardner White, you'll overpay anywhere else.